Hey everyone. Today's topic: don't compete for someone's attention. If you're pursuing someone and you find out that multiple other people are also pursuing them, you should often take a step back and ask yourself if that person is even worth competing for, because most of the time it probably isn't going to be the case. But even if they are worth competing for, now you have to ask yourself, if you have to compete for them, are they actually choosing you? Right? Like, if you're having to compete for someone's attention, doesn't that kind of tell you that maybe they're not actually choosing you? Because if they were, you wouldn't have to compete anymore. They would let those other people who are pursuing them fall to the side, and they'd invest all their time and energy on you because they're picking you out of everyone. So that pretty much immediately tells you whenever you're competing for someone, that's usually not a good thing, because you shouldn't have to compete. So there you go. That's pretty much I can end the video there, but I do want to discuss this just a bit further, because it's kind of ridiculous how people will develop this mentality. And I'll be honest and say this mostly is something that women believe, because they're the ones who often get pursued and they don't tend to do the pursuing. Although that will happen for a man who has worked on himself enough, he will get women who will actually pursue him. But in general, most of the time, men pursue women and not the other way around. So you will encounter women who have this mentality of wanting men to compete for her. And I often think she's probably not worth it, because if she was, she wouldn't have that ridiculous mentality that's driven by ego. Like, as soon as a woman enjoys men competing over her, kind of tells you she's got maybe some issues she needs to work on, maybe some insecurities where she's wanting attention and validation, and she feels good when men are pursuing her. It validates her. But you want to find women who don't need that kind of external validation. Women who, when they're being pursued by multiple men, rather than feeling good about themselves over it, instead they just think, who's the best option out of all these men? Not, oh my God, I love this. It's so great having all these guys giving me attention. No. Instead, they just look at it pragmatically and they're like, okay, all these guys are wanting to spend their time on me, but who do I want to spend my time on? Who do I want to pick out of all of them? That's a sign of a mature woman, a woman who's actually worked on herself, because she's not using those men. She's not going to string them along just because it makes her feel good and it makes her ego grow. No, none of that crap. So that's another good reason why you should never feel like you have to compete for someone, especially a woman's interest, for all the men out there. If a woman enjoys this competition between the men, if she wants you to win the competition, especially if she even tells you that, if she tells you other men are pursuing her and she wants you to win her favor or whatever, just walk away. Just turn around and be like, I ain't playing that stupid game, and walk away. Be like, if you really want me, you're gonna choose me, and I'm not gonna play any of this stupid pursuing you games. I'm dipping out. Like, at that point, if she has that mentality, I don't even know if you'd want her to then end up pursuing you and picking you out of all the options, because maybe she's not all that great herself. So there you go. That's pretty much the gist of what I wanted to cover in this video. It's just ludicrous when people have this mentality, and I don't believe it's super common, but you see it on social media. So unfortunately, there are people who believe this, and they're making content to hopefully not normalize this behavior, but that's the goal for many of these people who believe in ridiculous crap. They want other people to think the same way they do, so that it makes them feel better about themselves, because now there are more people who think the same way I do. So even if I know this is a messed up way of thinking, at least I've got all these people who agree with me. Yeah, it's a stupid mentality. I should almost make a video on that alone, that whole concept. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I truly hope you enjoyed this video. If you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like on it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci!